Hello and welcome back to my more important analysis videos with me, Rich Market Analyst at Hantec Markets on Tuesday 10th of July, looking at cable, which has been very much in the interest of traders in the last 24 hours with all this political uncertainty regarding Theresa May's cabinet and her very survival as Prime Minister of the UK. But for now, she battles on, and sterling is to a certain extent sort of stable today. A little bit choppy. We actually had a bit of a rebound into the European session, but those gains have now been given up as the UK economic data has been released at 9:30. We had a reasonable GDP reading, first reading actually for GDP in for a monthly basis for May, 0.3%. But the industrial production was worse than expected, a little bit worse than expected also on the trade balance as well. So that's hit sterling back by about sort of 20 or so pips to the downside. But it's interesting that the market sort of formed a low at 32.25, which again is sort of holding on to this uptrend. Yesterday's low, 31.90 area, again was around that uptrend. Now 32 figure I'm taking as a bit of a pivot support. As you can see here, 32 figure is or has been reasonably pivotal, hasn't it, over the recent couple of months, really, 6 weeks or so. So 32 figure I think is an important level. If you start to close below 32 figure, I think that would really suggest that this sort of the markets are turning against sterling again. But for now, we're still holding on to this uptrend, and it's very interesting to see that despite all this sort of furore that the media are giving sterling at the moment, giving the political angle of what's going on at the moment in the UK, sterling has not really massively reacted. Yes, it was higher yesterday, and it had corrected back 33.60, sort of corrected 180 pips, but sort of has bounced since then and bounced 70 or so pips. So it's not all that all lost yet for the sterling, and I think what's going to drive it is the sort of uncertainty regarding Theresa May's premiership in the coming weeks. But I think that could drive underperformance, but at the moment seems to not be driving sterling lower. So that is to be kept in mind. But for now, as I said, 32 figure I'm taking as a bit of a key support area. For now, we are holding on to that. Little bit of a rebound today, but just hit a touch by the industrial production numbers, but still we're hanging on to that uptrend. But will that continue is the question. So I wish you good luck in your trading, and I'll speak to you again later.